This shoot had me rethinking what branded content could look like. I was creating Instagram Reels covers for my content creator client. This meant that the images needed to feel clean and versatile, full of her personality and my creative style at the same time. I used real products throughout, but unlike previous shoots, that wasn't the focus. This time, it was on building visuals for my client's personal brand. Think bright pastels, soft florals, and that warm spring-summer feeling. The real challenge was blending my client's colorful, feminine style with my own creative approach, and crafting images that felt branded without ever showing a logo. And here's how it all came together. We are starting off the shoot a bit late today, as such is the life of a creative freelancer. We have a magazine, small dishes, and some gold jewelry. I know flatlays may be polarizing to some of you, but I think the key to not making this look like a 2016 photo is to keep the setup quite minimal. I'm not adding too many more props besides what you currently see, and keeping the color palette neutral. For the final touch, I'm adding some skincare products from a previous shoot. I chose these particular ones since they're pretty minimal in design and nondescript. At the time of shooting, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep the brand name on the bottles, but I did like how the design was simple enough that I had the option to remove them if I wanted to later on. And to help keep the magazine lying flat, I'll place a prop stone block on one side. This part will be cropped out in the final image. I also love having small, nondescript props such as the fake perfume bottle to use in setups like this. I know I said I would be keeping this a minimal setup, but I think the clear glass of the cup and perfume bottle blend in with the background and play off the light so they won't dominate much of the image. Next, I pulled out a few pieces from my closet to work on another flat lay shot. The main background will actually be this pair of jeans. Playing off the pockets, I'll place small trial-sized beauty products in there. I then need a shirt to add above the jeans to fill in the rest of the image. Thought the gingham pattern was too busy and distracting, so I switched it out for this super cute white sweater with embroidered flowers. Since these products are so small and there's a mix of brands, I'll leave the names in this one as it won't look like an ad for any particular brand. And then I just have one more prop I want to add in, but I have to find it first. Secured the goods, one of these combs will be added to the setup. I feel like I might be dating the photos by doing this, but I do love the pop of white these wired earphones add, and it goes back to the sweater as well. I would totally wear this outfit, skincare and all. I only have one more photo in me for tonight. As you can see, the sun has fully set by now. It will be yet another flat lay, but this one will have a summery farmer's market theme. After adding some It Girl accessories like the sunnies and magazine, I'll also pop in some skincare products and fresh citrus fruits into the bag. Adding a glass of water is a great reminder to hydrate, but also textured glasses like these make really cool shadows. Hello again, coming to you during the day this time. Today, I'm starting off with one of the more labor-intensive setups just to get it out of the way. I just realized this fabric has a ton of wrinkles, so it needs a good steam first. Then I need to remove this backdrop and replace it with this fabric, which will also be hung on the stand. Instead of a white plain background, I've opted for this cotton gauze fabric since it has some texture. I've also got some matching white clothesline rope here. These clips will be cropped out of the final image, so I need to make sure the rope hangs just low enough to be fully visible. I'm attaching clips to the very edge of the fabric, using them as weights to hold the fabric down in the center area. Primarily being a skincare photographer, I rarely get to shoot clothes. As you may or may not know, fashion was my first love, so it's nice to be able to blend my former life with my current one. I made sure the fashion pieces weren't too large so a group could fit within the width of the fabric. Each item also had to be suitable for the summer theme and in a neutral color palette. This would also have been such a cute way to show an OOTD look. A good way to mimic the natural sunlight is to have the light positioned really high up and at maximum power. I had the shot order super planned out because we are now going to make use of the stand again for another fabric background. This fabric will act as sheer curtains, so as I'm hanging it up, I'm also pleating it by hand and clipping them in place. I love adding pleats because it creates a draped look which gives the fabric more dimension and your images a softer, romantic look. A pillow and an actual curtain panel that I've draped over the tabletop become a makeshift bed. For the light, we really need it to be super bright and concentrated, so I've turned it up to maximum power and added a Bowen's mount. The light is placed behind the fabric for a softer, diffused look. It'll basically look like sunlight filtered through the windows through our fake curtain. Although I've been trying to keep the styling a bit more on the neutral side just for some more versatility, I do want to play it up for the next one since the client does love some bold pastels. I thought having a fun pink bathroom setting would be really cute, especially to use as a Reels cover for a Get Ready With Me content. I have a few completely unbranded skincare products which I picked up at TJ Maxx. I just looked for packaging with the least amount of branding, regardless of the type of skincare product. A few small accessories such as a scrunchie, comb, and candle round out the styling. I also added in the sunset sky reflection in the mirror during editing. I think when the mirror isn't reflecting anything, it can look like a solid gray circle. So to play up the styling, adding an aesthetic background or similar scene into the mirror is a great way to do that. If you're interested in learning about this editing technique, I'll link a previous tutorial in the description box below. I love incorporating shelfies, so of course I had to have one in this shoot. Again, I'm using a few bathroom and skincare products that have absolutely no branding or have branding that's easy enough to edit out. I also tried to color coordinate everything in white, beige, and gray colors. Sometimes Shelfie setups can look a bit too clean, too clinical, so I'm adding some interest and playfulness with fresh flowers. Tools such as the magnetic helping hands and styrofoam blocks are really great for holding up flowers in various angles and placements. I'm going to place the flowers at different distances from the shelf and shoot with a low f-stop to get some shallow depth of field. This means some of the flowers will look a bit blurry, giving it a softer, dreamier look. My client also creates quite a bit of fashion content, so I wanted to bring back in some clothing pieces for yet another image. I've gathered a few pieces, all in light neutral and pastel colors, and I'm going to fold them all and arrange into a neat stack. A cute straw bag set on top is a nice touch for summer. And then I'm adding some fresh flowers into the bag for more spring and summer vibes. Colorful florals are a staple element on my client's Instagram feed, so I'm trying to incorporate them as much as possible. I actually ended up using helping hands to hold up the flowers behind the bag so they give the illusion of being inside the bag. This just gives the flowers more stability and control over their exact placement. To prep for the next two shots, I'm steaming some adorable pink gingham fabric and my oversized button-down shirt. I love the idea of a flatlay picnic spread, so I'm creating one with the gingham fabric and lots of small aesthetic dishes, skincare, flowers, and even some desserts. I think having some small, unexpected elements like the skincare products makes the whole scene feel more fun and playful and elevates the styling. I'm having the light high up and angled down again to mimic the effects of natural sunlight. For a shot like this, don't be afraid to play around with colors and patterns in a way that doesn't follow traditional rules. For example, I've combined two different gingham sizes and none of the plates are in the same shades of pink. We have finally come to our last image of this shoot. It's going to be another summer vibe shot inspired by vacations in Italy or Greece. So we've used lots of stone textures and fresh elements such as the fruit and water. I've kept the light in a similar position as before since we're once again recreating natural sunlight. The only difference is I've added a Bowen's mount for harder shadows since I want this image to have a late afternoon sunlight look. I'm also adding some plant shadows for extra interest. A lot of times I switch to continuous lighting for this since it makes it easier to see the shadow placements. I can't believe it's now dark outside. Finishing the shoot took all day, but I'm super excited with the results. If you've made it to the end and learned a helpful tip or two, please consider subscribing. My goal is to make it to 3,000 subscribers by the end of this year, but I can only achieve that with your help. As always, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!